let's see if this works. Does this work? Am I live on Facebook? I'm not on YouTube. So apparently this is a one or the other type of situation for right now. So it's a little frustrating. But since most of you do watch on Facebook Live and not YouTube, what I decided I would do is I would go live to Facebook, which I'm so happy that I finally got to work, and then I will upload the video to YouTube. Again, I'm just working out the kinks here. As I mentioned before, the program I was using for streaming severely increased their price, and it just doesn't make sense for me to do that. So I've been trying out some free ones, and it isn't without pain, that's for sure. So I'm glad you're here if you're watching live, and I am glad that, okay, good. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to see comments, but thank you, Linda, for doing that, because I can see that. And do comment. I don't have this program doesn't have the little banner thing that goes along, but of course I will have it in my announcements, and I will try to remember to tell everyone. But now I'm going to try to see if I can get this name picker to work. And let's see. Okay. So, little busy week going on here. I'm trying to move my dad into his place, and over the next couple weekends, let's see if we can do this. I think, okay. All right, I think that part's working, so I'll be able to pick a live winner tonight. All the pieces coming together. So little distracted because there's a hurricane, of course, in Australia, in the southern hemisphere. They don't call them hurricanes, they call them tropical cyclone, but they still have a Stafford-Simpson scale, the same that we do in the U.S., and hopefully everyone can hear me. That was my other thing. Does the microphone work? So let me know if you can hear me. But so there's a Cat 2 hurricane coming directly to where my daughter lives in Australia. She lives I said a block off the beach, but she's really it's not even a block. She's it's like 2 buildings off the beach. So it's a little stressful, and now I understand what the rest of the country feels like when they're watching hurricanes coming to Florida, right? But she's been through enough of them in Florida that I feel good that whatever she decides to do, then it's good. She's operating on more information, local information, than I have from here. So anyway, that's what's happening over here. It's exciting. Went to Louisville this weekend. That was also exciting. My first trip. And then we went to the Ark in the middle of Kentucky. We were just there 2 days for a track meet, an indoor track meet. But so thanks if you've already commented. Oh, this is already going. We want to go back. I'm definitely testing the limits of the computer. I have a very powerful computer, but going live and trying to do all this with this new program. Let's see. I think everything is still good, hopefully. All right. So in the feed drawing tonight, you do have to be present to win. So you just like the Facebook feed, and comment to be entered. And if you've already subscribed on YouTube, I appreciate that. Thank you so much. It is the quickest way to watch things that have been recorded. And this is going to come in super important in the coming months, because Facebook is going to remove live videos after 30 days. So if your only way to go back and watch old videos is on Facebook, then like these videos are only, and that's a Facebook thing, they're going to start removing them after 30 days. So in order to see archive videos, you're going to want to go to my Facebook channel, or maybe my YouTube channel, which is the same as Facebook, Daytona Area Scrapbooking. Next week we will have a tool time with these fun tools, and I believe the one on the left there is already sold out, and I don't think it's coming back. So, but if you're interested in these ones, they are part of the National Scrapbook Day fun tools, and they are still available, and you can get them on my on creativememories.com, and free shipping is still happening until March 7th. So if you spend over $80, you get free shipping. So now is the time to place an order for sure. Scrapbook Club coming up next week. It's Thursday night. It will be in Port Orange. We're going to make a 2-page spread. So the ladies that have been coming all along, they made a 2-page spread in January, 2-page spread in February. Now we're going to make a 2-page spread in March. And so by the end of the year, they're going to have 12 2-page spreads. So it's lots of fun. If you just want to come to this one and see how it looks or how the pages are, it's just $10, some snacks, and a fun, quick evening. We're just basically 6:30 to 8. It's a good time, and you'll get a page done. And then the virtual crop is the following weekend, next weekend, St. Patrick's Day weekend. And so make sure if you submit any of the pages or the sketches at the Creative Memories virtual crop group, that you add the hashtag Daytona Area Scrapbooking. Then we've got a Techie Tuesday coming up noon on the 18th. And I mentioned this last week. Of course, it's been a little crazy with my lives, but these are the shirts for National Scrapbook Day. They say right now is a great time to get scrappy. On the front and on the back, it says NSD 2025, ready for great times, and Daytona Area Scrapbooking. So that's the front is what you see on the green shirt, and then the logo to the right will be on the back of the shirt, and they're $25 if you pick them up at the event, and they're $30 if you want me to ship them to you, so you don't have to attend the event to purchase them. They're available at Daytona Area Scrapbooking right now. They are in the shop, so just click on shop and you can get that ordered. And since I mentioned National Scrapbook Day, it's March 21st and 22nd at Westminster by the Sea Presbyterian Church in Sumner Hall. And so we're ready for scrappy great times. So you can see the theme here is herbs and greens and plants and all that good stuff. So fun theme for spring, and we're gonna have a great time as always. I did have some spots open up. I've contacted people on the waiting list, so if you are interested, it's next month. It's like a month away. But if you were super bummed that you missed out on your chance to attend my 70th retreat in Mount Dora, I have a couple spots, so contact me and we'll see if we can get you in there. The Diamonds, Denim, and Dice for Simon's Angels. You know, we always collect gift cards for Simon's Angels at my open house. Their annual gala is Saturday, April 12th this year, 6 p.m. at Embry-Riddle Aeronautical University. And I will be there helping out with the event this year. So I would love for you to join me there. You can go to simonsangels.org in order to purchase your tickets. And since we're talking about all of the amazing things our scrappy ladies are involved with, May 9th and 10th is our Go Gray in May. So I'm going to get that up on the website, or the link to, because you'll register at cannonballs.org. I'm going to get the link up for that really soon, so we can start registering for that. That's May 9th and 10th. And then, of course, Lakeland is up on the website. Just a few spots remaining for that. If you'd like to join us in Lakeland, always such a fun retreat. And then Helen, Georgia. Super exciting. That's going to be so much fun. That's a Wednesday through Sunday, so through Sunday night, and it's a hall, you know, it's in Helen, Georgia, so I think it'll be about half and half. Half will drive home Monday, and I'll be on that half, and then half will have to leave on Sunday, leave us a little early, so Sunday night's a little quiet, but we still have the room until that evening. And then just as a reminder, if you haven't said hey in the chat, make sure that you say hey and like this live so that you are entered to win some CM credits tonight. And so if you haven't said hello, make sure you do that. You can see my little slideshow. It's a little funky. Like I said, I'm just happy to be on Facebook Live at this point because I, you know, basically wasn't on Facebook for 2 weeks, and it shows. So tag your friends and say, hey, Project Recipe is on. A lot of people signed up for Project Recipe, and so hopefully they will join us, or maybe they're going to watch the replay, or maybe they're wandering around YouTube looking for me on there. I'm, like I said, I'm happy that we are back here. So if you're watching, can you let me know if you can hear me okay? I assume that somebody would say no sound if there was no sound. But you never know. And like I said, these new systems, the other one, that's why they're charging more. The other one was very plug and play and user friendly. That's funny. The other one was plug and play, and these other ones that I'm using are plug and pray. That's for sure. Yay! Thank you, Subi. So tonight we have our Project Recipe. It's Noteworthy Days, and I think I know I used this border maker cartridge on Tool Time, but it kind of, I feel like it's gonna go with this. So I actually am doing, as I usually do, I'm doing some retreat pictures, and I'm doing Volano, and I want to say this is like February 2022. Now I don't know. I'm not unsure of the date. Thank goodness I won't be journaling tonight. But we've got some fun pictures on here, and we will come back to them when we're ready to put our pictures on. So if you haven't already registered, you're gonna want to go to DaytonaAreaScrapbooking.com. Register for the Project Recipe tonight. You'll have until 8:30 tonight to do that. So if you didn't do it yet, you can wait till I'm done and then hop on over there and do it, and you'll get the PDF that I'm working from here, and then you can make this Project Recipe. So real simple. You just need 2 base papers and then two other sheets of paper. Yay, you're here, Casey. Good to see everyone finding their way. I'm glad to be seen. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this, what's this called? What's this called? My brain is broken today. It's, you know what it is? It's hurricane brain, and the hurricane isn't even coming to us. But I'm tracking this Australia hurricane that's bearing down on my child in Australia, and craft brown paper. That's the word I'm looking for. I think it's still available at Creative Memories. Some people don't like it, but since I'm doing Volano Beach, I'm doing beach pictures, I thought that would be fun to do. All right, so I'm going to set those aside because we're going to cut all of our papers first. The other paper I'm using for this is this gradient blue, and I'm actually hopping on here really quick because this was part of the promo. And it was these gradient paper packs, and I think they're still available. Did I spell gradient wrong? Yes. Okay, so the gradient papers are still available because, you know, I hate to show you things that you cannot purchase. But this one is And basically it's kind of like replaces the shades of, remember we had like shades of blue, shades of pumpkin, all the shades of. So this is the blue gradient best hits. And the pictures that I printed for Volano are very blue. So we're going to do that. Now this one, these squares call for the reverse of some sides. So you're supposed to use designer paper, but you know me, I do, you know, I switch things up. And since they're offset, and even though they touch in the middle, I'm actually I visualize what this would look like. And of course here, they're the same color. They're just represented in peach. And I'm going to do those squares in blue. I mean, in white. Goodness. And then the rest of them, because this one also calls for some reverse sides. But that's what I like about these gradient blue, all these gradient packs. Let me just flip through it really quick. The reason why I like the shades of type of paper, because I think most of us were kind of scrapbook by color, right? I knew, oh, there's lots of blues. What do I have for blue paper? And so I went right to this. So both sides are really nice of this paper. We've got like the gradient on one side, and then a different print on the other side. And it's a really nice variety, and again these come in all the shades, and so picking one is always the hardest part. I think I'm gonna do this one with the different shades of blue because we're on the beach, and then on this back side it's really hard to see on the screen, but there's some waves. So since we're at the beach, I think that's going to work the best. So let me set this off. I was gonna actually use the Noteworthy in a twist because I don't normally use what, you know, is advertised on the project recipe. I just opened a pack and I cannot find it, but you know, what stuff going on around here is just, I'm surprised I even know my name, honestly. Okay, so we're going to start with the first paper. We've got punch, then trim 4 times, and then we're going to do, we're going to cut these squares. So I'm going to use my border maker system. Now, here is the question. Let's go back here. What am I going to want to do in the future? Do I want to cut these this way? I think I do, rather than this way, because the gradient is going to go, you know, across the page. So I think I want to cut with the grain. And so I've got to flip out my little guide piece. That's going to go in. We're going to flip it underneath. We got to load up the cartridge. And oh, this was so hard when I did tool time, remember, because of my boo-boo, which is healing up very nicely from my fall whilst running. And Brendan and I have a half marathon this weekend. My husband and I are running a half marathon in Jacksonville. So that'll be exciting, hopefully. I enjoy that distance much more than the marathon distance we ran in December. When we were in Louisville this weekend, we ran 8 miles just around the city, and since I had never been, that was super fun. Because they have a big giant, like the Louisville Slugger Museum is there, so there's like a big giant baseball bat. And from our Airbnb, it was in a section called Germantown. So I ran down to the Ohio River, and that was crazy because they had some, excuse me, the Ohio River had overrun its banks recently. There was so much debris all over this park. It was wild just to see basically the water line, to see how far the water had come up out of the Ohio River. It was pretty amazing, and I'm sure scary. I remember we went to West Virginia on the Ohio River near Marshall University, Brendan and I, a few years ago, and they have these giant like walls, the gates that close when the Ohio River is coming over to stop the flooding. That was just wild to see how tall these walls were and the doors were closed. It's crazy to see. You know, everywhere. I know Floridians, you know, and people are like, oh, I could never live in Florida, the hurricanes. Everywhere has their things, right? They're natural disasters. You know, California's got earthquakes and wildfires. You know, we all have things, of course. Fresh on my mind because my daughter is waiting. For me, that's the worst part of a hurricane, is the waiting, is just watching it march towards you. And I've had this discussion before in past hurricane seasons, and I don't know. It's like when a tornado's coming, like in the Midwest, you really don't have time to like stress about it, because here it is, it's happening. But the hurricane, that's the thing, is the stress of it coming forever is just a lot. And for some of you that have flooded a couple times, it's just no bueno. All right. While I was chatting about natural disasters, we punched all 4 of these, and it says trim at 1 1/8. I was chatting, they might be a little bigger, so hopefully I can make it to the end of these, because I need to cut at 4 and then at 3. Hopefully I have enough, because I didn't read that. Do I have enough? Ooh, I do. Whew. Okay, so 4 and 3. All right, that's Garbaggio. And thank you, Nancy. Appreciate that. I know I talked to her today, and her roommate is Facebook friends with me. And she looked at my post and she said, "Wow, April, so many of your mom's friends are praying for us." So I'm sure that it warms their heart to know that y'all are praying for them, for sure. Alright, so then we just do 3x4s. 3x4s. It's already 3. We're gonna go 4. Alright, so we're all done with that one. Now, I'm not gonna throw away this punch poop yet, because I might I think my dad's laughing in the other room, although it's really hard to tell. I was kind of concerned when I heard this guffaw from the other room. I'm 90% sure he's laughing, and my husband's home, so I don't know what he's laughing about. I was like, what is that? What's happening in the living room? Okay. So this is super easy, just 4 6x6s. And I guess we are done with this trimmer. Now it's just time to lay out these pages. What did I do? Here they are, the craft. A word I couldn't think of earlier. Gosh, I need to switch my tools to this side because my little thingy is kind of in the way. Maybe that's better. I don't know. Let's get some. Well, alright. That's better. At least I'm not. Although it seems like it got dark. I hate the way that happens. I feel like I lost a light. All right, so those are gonna go like that. And then we are putting, these are photo mats. So I can, oh, I see, no, these overlap more. This goes on top. And so I can use the wavy side or I can use the colored side. Or the darker blue side. Okay, so that goes like that. And this goes like this. We'll get there. And that, actually that does not go there. Well, I'll start with this side. So that goes like that. And that's it. So photos go here. And I think I left a room. So in this one, they've just got, I guess, you know, put your title there or whatever. And I printed extra pictures for there. So I can just do my title down here in the journal box. So I guess I'm ready to start sticking down. And hopefully I have some repositionable tape over here somewhere. Because that is definitely what I want to use for this border maker cartridge. I'm you know, kind of staying down close on the edges of it, but it's so easy. You know, rolling straight down the middle with these gaping holes might be a little much, but and then I can use a regular tape. I'm someone that switches back and forth between my regular and my repositional all the time. I love the repositionable for holy things like that. It just makes so much sense. And I love the shades of blue, the different, I mean, it's called gradients of blue or whatever now, but so versatile. Oh my gosh, I just yawned. I'm tired. We, our trip to Lexington, I've never like taken a flight, so usually when I take like a red eye, we're like flying from the West Coast to the East Coast. And we left at 9:30 p.m. for Louisville last Thursday. So we got in at midnight, and by the time we rented a car and got to our Airbnb, it was 1 in the morning. And then there was the track meet the next day, and then we and then when we left, our flight was at 6 a.m. on Sunday. So we had to get up at 3 to return the car and get to our flight. So that was just the worst flights ever. Like, we got in so late, we left so early. I don't think I could have picked a worse itinerary. But we survived, barely. But I think I'm still, like, catching up from lack of sleep. Now, I'm going to do it as written, but I think that'll work out. Okay, so this is what we got so far. And now what? We've got these little mats. Okay, so one is a journal box, I see now. So this is supposed to go here. One is supposed to be a journal box there. And then this goes here. So here's what I think I'm going to do, because you know me, I always try to get more photos on the page if I can. So I printed the pictures for the two here. I think I'm going to keep this as a journal box here. And then I printed two to go here, and so I think I'm going to go ahead and, is that going to work? That might not work. Alright, I'm going to do it as written over here, and then move things around if I need to. So what's really interesting is your background paper, you're really not going to see because you're covering this up with a picture completely. Alright, so let's start with the left page. Well, actually, let me move this around. Let's move this here. Let's get this out of the way for a second. Alright, so I've got our group picture of us. I've got a couple group pictures because I also have beach picture. So I was going to put this dolphin picture on the beach there, and then we've got this other beach picture here. Oh wait, this goes down here. So these are in the crop room. Now this, see, I think I was imagining cutting that one down to go there along with this one. And then these beach ones, I was going to keep all the beach on one page and then these crop ones. So yes, this one's hysterical. Jackie, Queen of the Crops. Alright, so we want a 6 by 3.5. So I've got to cut these two groups to 3.5. And I can cut a little bit off of the top here. And just a smidge off the bottom. So that goes there, and then we're going to do that there. Oh, it's sad to see these pictures. All these, I printed all these pictures of our sweet friend Ruth that passed away last year. Alright, so then our squares are 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, so they should be easy to do. And these were our promotions. Well, 2 of them anyway. Yeah, maybe 3 of them rather. Can't count. Oh, I'm glad it's a thin mat, because you know me, usually I have to adjust and make it a thin mat. But it kind of calls for it to be thin. We're going to put Jackie there. Let me stick these down. Now, to me, this is a lot of space. I'm sure some of you feel that way too. But we're going with it. Let's stick to the plan here. Alright, let's move on to this one before I tackle this little area over here. Because these pictures are 2 3/4 by 3 3/4. I think I can do the same thing over here. In fact, so this is the benefit of looking at what the sizes that photos are going to be before you print them. Because if I didn't know ahead of time that I was going to be chopping all this off, then I probably would have cropped this before I printed so that it was a big 4 by 6. But rather than, do that, I knew I was going to just, use this small part of the photo. So it worked out, when I was looking for you know, the pictures to use, I was able to do that. So there is something to be said, especially if you have, you know, pre-done pages laying around. You know, don't just pick, you know, randomly the pictures. Kind of go in and crop or don't crop. Like, visualize where they're going to be on the page. Now, what's the best way to kind of put this? Maybe like that. So this is when Katie and Margie and Lisa promoted to Ruby, and Cindy and Tracy promoted to Yellow Diamond. Fun times. All right, now we're gonna stick down this page. And see, in my head, these were smaller. I think I can trim them both to work there, because this one I had visualized the same thing, kind of being a square. So I can trim off some of that. So this was 3 3/4. By 3 3/4. Okie doke. Moving right along. If you're watching and you haven't commented yet, make sure you do that so that you are entered to win, because we will be back on track with that tonight. Let's see, 3 3/4. So that's going to be right about there. I think I want to leave some of that pretty blue sky in. Behind Ruth and Kirsten. Thought this was such a pretty selfie she took of I'm going to take a little bit more off the bottom so I don't have to chop off any of her head. Why did that? That's so funny. It looked different to me. Okay, well, and this page is almost done. I mean, except for some embellishments and some journaling. All right. See. Trying to cover up this arm. Okay. I can add all the, I think we figured it out. All right. So that is basically it. I'm going to add, so that is our 2-page spread of Volano. I'm going to go ahead and add, I'm going to move this over because that's the way, this is the way it actually shows it. And I'm going to go through, I'm going to add some of these little circles back on, and some of these other little, they almost look like birds, but They're, I think I mentioned on Tool Time that they make kind of like fun, like journal bullets, but they also make good, like little fasteners, you know, like this on the edge of things. Just kind of add, they're just tricky little things though. I just had, okay. But if you've got a handy dandy pair of tweezers, that comes in handy. For attaching them. I'm just going to add a couple on there like that. And down here. Like so. And then I can come back and journal. And then I want to add some of these little blue circles back in here. Oh, with the wave paper on the back, kind of looks like is it AT&T, the little AT&T World ball, their little logo on that paper. It's hard to see the print. And then I think I'll use the light side for the other. All right. Actually, I feel like I need to add another. Let me add a dark one on the other side. I needed some balance. I needed some symmetry in my on the page here. Okay, I feel better now. All right, so that'll do it. Except for my, for my journaling over here, and then I get the nice thing about these is I can add some journaling directly underneath or to the side of these areas too. This is such a fun retreat. It always is. And actually, what's today? Yeah, so next week I'm going to check out a new venue up in North Florida. So exciting. Very exciting. Okay, well that is it. Another retreat documented. Just have to do the journaling. And on my sheet, I can't reach it from where I am. I would love to tell you what number that is. But you know what? I do know that retreat, I guess I don't need that. Retreat number 70 is the next one. Oh, and I guess I will just say, since it's up there, that we are having an in the feed drawing tonight. So if you forgot to comment and let us know that you're here, do that quickly so that I can go ahead and do the drawing. Now, you know what? Let's see. I can hide this. I'm doing this on the fly now. That's fun. Let's see. Browser source. Let's try that. Because now that I got the prize picker to work, let's see. No, I don't want that. I don't know if this is going to work. I mean, it's going to work, but no, this isn't what I want. See, this is what I'm dealing with. All right. You'll just have to take my word for it. I'm going to hop over and I need to figure out how to show a window, but I'm going to collect the Facebook comments and we are going to do our drawing. Let's see. More raffle settings, get Facebook comments. I did that. Where's the button? Start contest, choose winner. Okay. And the winner is Sue B. Sue B, are you still on? Let me know if you're still on, Sue B, because that is what you got picked by the picker. I'm going to wait a second and see if Sue B is on. She was one of the first ones on. And if we don't hear from her, don't jump off, because we are going to go ahead and pick again. All right. No Sue B. Aw, sad. Okay, let's pick another winner. And the winner is... it says Sue B. Okay, pick another winner. If it says, it's Linda. Linda. Oh, Sue B, you are here. I switched over to draw. Okay, congratulations, Sue. You are the winner tonight, and I will send you I will send you some CM credits. There's still free shipping on the CM website, so that's always good. You don't have to use your $10 for shipping. You can use it for fun things. You can text me if you oh, I'm not going to see you, Mount Dora. I was going to say you can use it there, but all right, I will send you your CM credits as soon as we get off here. Thanks everyone for being on here tonight. Thanks for being patient while I figure out the new this new streaming app and all of the kinks that go along with that. For everyone that's watching afterwards on YouTube, I'm sorry that I wasn't live on YouTube, but hopefully I appreciate you watching this recorded on YouTube. All right, thanks everyone for being on, and until I see you again, which will hopefully be next Tuesday, stay scrappy, my friends. Bye-bye.